All right. Welcome to both mics.
Hey folks, this is a show about nothing and everything. He's Mike Sofka.
And he is Mike Taylor, and together we are both mics.
Welcome to show number 50. 50 of Both Mics, heard everywhere podcasts can be heard. Live every Friday night around 7-ish, even though we're a little early tonight, on twitch.tv/bothmics. Hit us up. Give us a little subscription. Say hi. We'll get you a sticker. Look, we got stickers. We're cool.
Show
cool
50, dude. 50.
50.
Wow.
Perseverance. Keep on keeping on.
I just don't even know what to say. Thank you for being there. Thank you for helping us get there and doing all you do for the show and everything. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. And thank you for finally suggesting the idea. I thought we should have done this 10 years ago, but hey, you know, it would have been cool. It would have been a car salesman, a mortgage broker, and we could have got the wives in and had a little IRS action and a little CPS social worker action going on. We could have, encompassed the whole world with those four.
See, if I'm a new listener, or if I don't know any better and I hear those qualifications, I'm not going there. Just think of those people in that room. They could easily outdo you or attack you many different ways.
Right?
I don't want to mess with any of those people.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be advertised or marketed that way.
Yeah.
It would be, the odd quadruple instead of the odd couple.
That's like being at the bar and complaining about the IRS and then asking the guy you're complaining to what he does, and he says, "I work for the IRS." I'm like, "Well, I'm not talking about you."
Not that IRS.
Yes,
I'm
the other
IRA.
one. The other people. Yeah.
But yeah, that wouldn't have lasted long because that marriage didn't last very long. 18 months was more than enough. I use my expression. I'll crawl naked through glass before I do that again.
Oh my gosh, nice! What a vision! What a vision! Hey,
crawling glass.
This is the cone currently for Hurricane Ida. Depending on when you're watching or listening here, the cone looks like it's heading straight for New Orleans again. Looks like
it's actually worse than heading straight to New Orleans. It's going just to the left of it. So this way, the strong part of the storm, that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock quadrant, will go right over New Orleans and fuck them up again.
Wow. So you got to wonder, is it a Sin City thing? Is it the fact that every time I've been in New Orleans, the streets smell like piss, and maybe this is how they wash them out once every year or so, or how's that work?
Once a decade, right? I would think so, yeah, because you've heard those rumors, and people who haven't been to New Orleans, I'm sure you've heard that before. That the place smells like a damn toilet, it smells like a sewer. Well, it's right, it's true, and it does. First time I was ever to New Orleans, I was there. I got there about midnight, and we went for a couple drinks after midnight, and the place stunk. It was wet. It wasn't even raining, but everything was wet. It was just gross. But I had the best burger I ever had in my entire life in New Orleans, though.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was the fact that it was just a good burger, or I was just like in a mood for a burger and starving at the same time.
Right.
But,
do you remember the name of the place?
Yeah. Drew Brees is part owner. It's called Walk-Ons.
Wow.
It's a sports bar. Sports bar, and they started somewhere in Louisiana. And this particular restaurant it's in an old building, I think right off of Bourbon or on the corner of Bourbon or something. And it was a blackened shrimp burger.
Wow.
So burger, brioche bun, and like shrimp scampi with some cheese on top. And it was just a phenomenal burger. It was awesome. When they get that big, I cut them in half.
Yeah.
I'm real dainty and petite like that.
Right, yeah.
And it was just real good.
Well, besides, when you cut it in half, you get to see. It looks cool a lot of times from the inside,
Yep. Yeah, it was really good. And won no money at the casino in New Orleans, just to put it out there.
Well, did you lose money?
Well, just my original $100.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, I mean, where are you going to go for an evening out for less than $100 in reality? I mean, think about it. I mean, where can you go? What can you do? You can do a couple things, I'm sure. You can do a lot of free things, I'm sure. But if you set your limit before you go to places like that, leave the rest of the money and the credit cards in the room in the safe or whatever, freeze them in a block of ice. And then this way, when the elevator door opens, like when I was in Caesar's Palace back in 1987, the elevator doors open, and there's a guy has this girl up against the elevator. So I'm standing there waiting for the elevator, trying to sneak up and take a look at the rest of the hotel, but you have to have a room key. So I'm hanging out in front of the elevator like I'm waiting for somebody. The elevator door opens in the lobby. This guy's got this girl up against the wall. Her feet are off the ground. He's holding her up by her neck, and he's yelling, "Give me the fucking money I told you not to give me." They realize the door's open. They both look at me, and I go, "I'll catch the next one." Like that. I mean, I'm not going to get involved. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I think I know what's going on.
Yeah, no, then you get in the elevator, and they both turn on you.
Yeah, so it's probably some NFL player or something, you know.
More than likely. Yeah, New Orleans, basketball, football. But hey, have you seen the spaghetti model for this particular storm?
No.
No. You know how usually they're like everywhere, and it's called a spaghetti model because it looks like spaghetti on a plate. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Like every single spaghetti strand is within that cone. Right
oh,
there.
Really? They're not all different? There's not two going this way, one going that way?
Yeah, there's no guesses, no second guesses or anything. Everybody's saying, okay, they're screwed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll get their annual bathing. And a Category 3 storm, God, that's like, I think that's over 115 miles an hour.
Well, I don't think it's so much the wind and stuff they're worried about. It's the storm surge, because so much of it is below sea level, actually. And they got those, the dikes or dams or walls or berms.
What'd you call me?
Whatever they call them, right? Exactly. So
the levees.
Yeah.
Yes, make sure you take your Chevy to the levee.
To the levee.
And the levee won't be dry.
No.
Yeah, Lake Pontchartrain, which is interesting. It's going to be a mess. But, couldn't happen to nice people.
Nice. I've been to New Orleans. It was okay. I'd go back to visit, but that's about it. I couldn't live there, I don't think.
I've been there once. I was there once at midnight till 2 in the morning, and then drove back to Mississippi. And then Brenda had our conference there, I think in 2016, and we were there for like 3 nights. Pre-children, and she went to a conference in the afternoon. I went to the casino.
Yeah, perfect. Nice.
Can't beat it.
Hey, I'm looking here. It's time for the alien update.
Alrighty. Buzz, look, an alien! Where?
Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous for Earth people.
It's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien too, but I think he's an alien. You could be an alien robot, right? Not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
All right, so if you're new to the show or you sleep through the show sometimes, that's understandable. I get it. Hey, the alien update. The alien update, these are guys that have a lot of money, a lot of power, and they seem to be on the edge of cutting technology all the time. We're talking about Bill Gates. We're talking about Jeff Bezos. We're talking about Elon Musk. We're talking about Richard Branson. I don't know. Did I leave anybody out?
I'm sure you did, but yeah. So what are these motherfuckers up to now?
Yeah. There's a lot on the alien update today. First thing is Tesla. Their stock is going through the roof here, I guess, because now Elon Musk says the full self-driving beta will be available to the wider U.S. public in about 4 weeks. Actually, the stock slipped a little bit for some reason, but I expect it to rebound on this news here. We're talking about Tesla's level 2 driver assistance software, which requires driver supervision at all times. Level 4 and level 5 are considered high automation, in which the driver is no longer a necessity, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, citing the Society of Automotive Engineers. So I guess what they're doing is the old thing that we've experienced with the way they take stuff from you or the way they add new laws or change things. They do it a little bit at a time. They can't slam the whole thing in there, just the tip. And they gradually, over time, it's like pebble in the shoe. You get a pebble in your shoe. You got a choice. You could stop and take that few minutes and dig that pebble out of your shoe, or you can wait till it digs into your foot and becomes infected and you have to get your foot lopped off. So what are you going to do?
Is that like the dog that's laying on the nail on the front porch?
Yes.
Yeah. It hurts, but not enough to get up.
Yeah, or that dog in that movie where his balls got frozen to the porch. I forget, what was that, Joe Dirt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't imagine. Could you give that up? Could you sit behind the steering wheel and just watch this car drive itself? I mean, it'd be kind of like being at Disney on that little, on that little race car thing, the original thing that had the one line track, and you can steer a little bit side to side.
It still does, and it's like a pinball, and it keeps you on track.
Yeah, it's not going to be like that, but you're giving up your control, and that's the whole thing. That's where we've been. That's what's been going on in the world. It's been all about power and control. It's all been about taking control or directing people from an authoritarian position, and that's what their driving's going to do. Because I maintain that what's going to happen is they're going to have these self-driving vehicles, but you're not going to be able to take them wherever you want. They're going to tell you where they're going to go, and if you want to go there, fine. If you don't have to go. But we're not going to have this willy-nilly shit where you get in a car and just go wherever the hell you want. No. That's going to come to an end. Watch.
That'd be interesting. You ever use your GPS and of course, yeah. And it takes you through like a neighborhood you really didn't want to go through.
Yeah, and you're wondering, why is it taking me through this neighborhood? This does not seem right.
Right. Yeah. Usually it's because the main route will have an accident or something like that. But the most direct route, if it saves 1 minute, they'll take you that direction, and you end up going through Paramore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Not the band either.
No.
Well, it's like I've said years ago when I was talking to somebody, you see these insurance things. You get that little thing, looks like, and you plug it into the little thing underneath by your fuses in your car.
Yeah.
And you save money on your auto insurance that way. That's not what that thing was created for. I've said this for years, and they finally said it. The cat is out of the
cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag. They let it all slip. Yeah. See, that's going to be used to track how many miles you drive, because you're going to be taxed on each mile you drive. That's what that's for. But right now, they're getting you used to it being there. They're getting you used to this is good for me to plug this in. It saves me money. So this way, when they say you have to do it, those people are already going to go, oh, yeah, it's no big deal. I just plug it in. No, I don't want you to who the hell why would you tax me on every mile I drive? Why?
Well, not just that. They've always done that as far as insurance companies. I've always known that when you apply for insurance and they ask, well, how far do you live from work? You say 6 miles.
Yeah.
Because if you travel more than 6 miles to work, you're in a different bracket. Your premium's higher. Yeah. So it's always been that way, and I've always said 6 miles when they ask. They go ahead and plug this thing into your car, and next thing you know, next August 27th, it reads, and you drove 23,000 miles. Whoa, hey, that's not 6 miles back and forth to work. There goes your premium.
Wow, crazy.
And then, you've activated your ABS brakes 57 times in the past year. How do you drive? You drive like crap. Why are you hitting your brakes like this all the time? Is it because you live on a gravel road? Is it because you were screwing around in the parking lot? That's why I wouldn't use it, because it could tell a lot more about your driving than you want someone to let off on.
Well, I still think that they could tell a lot about us by the phones anyway. I mean, even in a car, in a car, they can tell you based on the maps. They can tell you how long it took you to get from A to B. So they just do some simple math. You're on highway X, has a speed limit of Y. You were doing Z. Here's your ticket, and it comes in an email. What?
Yeah.
We calculated that you couldn't have done. Jeez.
Exactly.
Where are we headed?
Well, What freaked me out is I guess I had a setting that I agreed to without agreeing to or knowing that I agreed to. And the first of the month, Google sends me an email. Hey, this is your activity for the past month. And it tells me every place I've been. You know, hey, you drove to San Antonio. You were in Tulsa. You went here. You went there. On this particular day, you were at freaking Dairy Queen. What? Yeah. All mapped out like a yearbook.
Now imagine all that same information, but you haven't opted in. I think that's what the NSA does. I think they have everything on everybody. Can you imagine the storage capacity they must have to be able to store and maintain all that information? Think about it.
Yeah.
On 300 million people? It doesn't include the people that are not in the country that we monitor.
Well, Brenda's in IT, and believe it or not, there is a mall in San Antonio that went out of business. Imagine that. And a company called Rackspace bought it. And Rackspace is a company, and they just have servers. And this shopping mall is full of servers. It's like you go to Spencer's, and there's Spencer's, and hey, look, there's YouTube servers.
Wow.
YouTube stores all their stuff in there. A lot of big companies host all their stuff on these servers in this shopping mall. I've never been inside, but from the outside, it's just a blank shopping mall with a lot of parking lot not being used, and a lot of people work there.
So does that mean YouTube is going to start selling like over 50 party supplies and fake wieners and blacklight posters like you'd get at Spencer Gifts?
And Forever 21 stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dick joke cards and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. The bullshit spray. A lot of bullshit spray.
Yes.
A lot of bullshit spray in San Antonio. But yeah, a full shopping mall. And it looks like it just closed down, and they don't cut the grass or nothing. Trees are overgrown, and people go inside and do their hosting stuff.
You can buy a miniature version of the Blue Origin sex toy. I mean, penis rocket. I mean, it's $69. That can't be a mistake.
Oh, really? $69?
Yes, you can really buy a miniature version of Jeff Bezos' penis rocket here, the Blue Origin.
So why don't you have a picture of it?
I know. I chopped off the top. I gave it a circumcision there, just a little off the tip.
Right.
Yeah. Well, everybody says this. This is according to InsideHook.com, and this is their words. It's important to note while many things are vaguely phallic in form and therefore vulnerable to dick comparisons in certain contexts, this rocket doesn't just look like a penis the way we've decided to pretend eggplants do. The rocket truly looks like an actual dick, head, shaft, and all. The way Jeff Bezos' rocket could possibly look more like a penis is if somebody made a miniature model of it, thus rendering it closer to the actual size of a human dick. Well, that's exactly what somebody did. You can buy one of these for $69.
Wow.
And it's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a dildo. It's not a vibrator. This isn't a prank thing, but I'm sure they're happy to get media coverage like this, people talking about it. Here we are talking about it. Somebody's going to buy one and give it to somebody as a gag gift. Like, you could send somebody a bag of dicks. We've covered that before. So I can imagine somebody buying this for somebody and going, here you go.
Okay, so it's not a sex toy?
No, it's not really a sex toy.
Really? Okay, I thought it was a sex toy. Yeah. Especially when you said $69.
Now, it doesn't mean nobody's going to use it as a sex toy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that's happened.
Yeah. I've worked in produce for 15 years in my younger years, and yeah, believe me, I've seen all kinds of strange characters come in the middle of the night looking for all kinds of weird stuff. So, yeah.
Well, later on, I forget if it's this show or on our next show, when I was doing the show prep, no, it's coming up. It's coming up here. There's going to be a produce-related thing where a woman at Disney is stealing cucumbers at Disney.
Really?
Yeah, like the land.
Yeah.
She jumped out of the boat, ran up and grabbed a cucumber, and fell in the water, jumping back into. I'm screwing this up for later, I know, but yeah, we'll stick around for later. So I don't know. Was it the Disney? Did it have mouse ears? Why did she have to jump out of the boat and get a cucumber? What was the deal?
Unreal. People are unreal. Probably Brazilian. Oh, did I just typecast someone? Stereotype?
Hey, those people, huh?
They're amazing. They're everywhere.
Did I ever tell you about my buddy that worked on the Jungle Cruise at Disney?
No. Is his name Dwayne?
No, his
Johnson?
name's Darren. He and I went to Disney when we were in high school together, and we both wanted to work on a Jungle Cruise. So we got separated in the application process. Back in the day, you went into like a trailer thing at Disney, and you actually hand wrote on an application and stuff. Like, what the hell is that?
Right.
Nobody knows what that's like anymore.
A chisel and stone.
So we asked for an interview. We got an interview, and we each got separate interviews, but close to the same time. So he went in one room, I went in the other, and the lady goes, "Oh, well, we're starting the interview process." She's asking me what I want to do, and I'm telling her, I want to work on a Jungle Cruise. She's like, "Oh, no, yeah, no, we, no." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, you don't just come in here and get on a Jungle Cruise. It's hard to get on a Jungle Cruise. But we do have something I think you'd be perfect for, a food and beverage host." And I was like, "Okay, I'm like 16. I'm going to work at Disney, whatever. Food and beverage host. Wow. Your table is this way. Come right here for your table." I'm practicing at home, Yeah, I was frying chicken in the Colombian Harbor House. That didn't work out too well for me. So
right.
My buddy in the same interview, same time, he told the person that was interviewing him he wanted to be on the Jungle Cruise, and the guy said, "Yeah, no, you just don't do that." He got up, shook his hand, and said, "Thank you for your time," and started walking out. And the guy goes, "Where are you going?" And he goes, "Well, you just told me I couldn't work on the Jungle Cruise. I'm not interested in working here." "Well, sit back down again." He worked on the friggin' Jungle Cruise.
Well, good thing you learned that at an early age.
Yeah, well, so I got transferred out of there, and I worked at the Sleepy Hollow, the cookie place, selling cookies. I gave a cookie to Mary Lou Retton. She came through. And then I did the character and costume thing and the parade thing and all that stuff. That was a good gig. But
you did character?
Yeah. I was Pluto. I was one of the 3 pigs. I got a bunch of stories with that stuff. I could do a whole show with that. I had a kid rip my hand off, added a suit, and run down Main Street with my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so anyway, this guy's working on the Jungle Cruise. You were talking about and you remember the Brazilians at the park, they're like the leader is carrying like an orange flag or something, and everybody in the group is wearing the same color shirts usually and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's hot. It's hot in the summertime. It's hot in friggin' Florida. It's July, August. It's like 115 friggin' degrees. There's no air conditioning on the Jungle Cruise ride. So my buddy goes up to the dock and he gets like a whole slew of like a Brazilian tour party. Like all of them got on the boat. So he starts his spiel and starts doing his stuff as they're pulling away, and he realizes nobody on the boat speaks English. So he does what they call a taco cruise, where you just don't talk, you sit down, you put your hat over, you take a nap, and while the boat does its automatic thing, and they're going to be talking in a language you don't understand, they're not going to understand you. Let's just cut out the middleman. Let's just take a break.
Right.
So he's turning the corner, goes through the whole cruise with this boatload of people that don't speak any English, gets just about to the end, and some guy in the back stands up and goes, "Aren't you supposed to be saying something in English?" So my buddy, oh crap, adjusts his stuff. He's getting the microphone. Just as it happens, he turns the corner, and his main boss, is standing there at the dock like this, waiting for him to come in, arms folded. So he panics, and he goes, "Viva Brazil!" And everybody on the boat stood up and clapped hands, and yay. And the boss walks up to him and goes, "That's a great job, Darren. Keep up the good work."
Nice.
So they called that a boatload of tacos. I know that's racist as shit, but that's what they called it, a boatload of tacos. Wow. There's some Disney inside it. Disney is racist. Don't let them believe they're not.
Oh, yeah. And there's penis references everywhere.
They tried to hide in the cartoons. The animators try to hide X-rated stuff.
I wanted to start a website called DisneyPenis.com. Everywhere you look, there's a freaking penis reference. I used to work at the Super Target right near Disney World. I was the team lead manager for the produce department there, 12 years ago. And one day we got 5 buses of Brazilians into the store. And they all went into the other entrance, and they all went down and tore the place to shreds. 3 girls came to the produce department to buy grapes. My department was beautiful, spick and span, great, and the rest of the store was just torn to shreds. I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah, don't work for Target. They're horrible, horrible people.
Well, believe it or not, we're still kind of doing the Alien Update. I know we got off the the deep end there on Disney. But the reason why I'm bringing up this picture here of, I think that's Bezos' crew in those blue suits. And Branson, they did the same thing. They had these blue suits on. Well, this is according to Indy100.com. They're saying they shouldn't have been wearing those. They really should have been wearing these pressurized suits, because when you get up there that high, you need pressurization. You could actually die from pressure. It's kind of like, I guess, being underwater and coming up too fast type thing.
Yeah, it's like shaking a bottle of soda and opening it if you're exposed to decompression.
So what they're saying is that the reason they were allowed to wear these blue suits is there's no oversight. In other words, in the U.S., Congress hasn't allowed the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, to set rules to protect passengers because there's no commercial space travel established yet. These guys are establishing it.
Right.
So
right.
I would hope that they figure out the science or whatever to make sure that when normal people like you and me in 20 years get the opportunity because somebody gave us a free pass to get on a spaceship for 10 minutes, because I don't see either one of us going to Mars to live. I mean, are you going to resettle on Mars?
No.
Yeah.
I got shit to do here.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just hope that they have the right pressurized suit. I don't want to die in space.
Well, probably the thought process behind it is that if they make it safe for them to fly in regular freaking suits like they have on in this picture at twitch.com/bothmics, they don't have to. They're extra cautious having them wear these suits where there are possibilities for injury and screw ups if they make the capsule so that you can wear a pressurized suit.
Yeah, but I would tend to lean on NASA, But then again, you think about it. These guys went to the pool, they went to the lake, they went to the ocean, they stuck their toe in it. These guys weren't in space for weeks and crap. They were 10 minutes in the part you could float around or whatever. Big deal,
Right,
so maybe the pressurized suits come when you're in that situation, in that decompression for a longer period of time.
Right, or if you're outside the craft itself, was it Felix Bangberger, whatever his name is, the guy from Austria that broke my cousin's record.
Yeah.
They both had actual flight suits on, like they were gonna jump on the freaking moon. But you get up in 50,000 feet above sea level, and you need a pressurized suit if you're not protected in a canister or a blue penis.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, something
Gotta
funnier. I'm still on this alien update thing, and again, the reason why I like doing this is Musk. Musk gets Bezos' goat all the time. Musk has come out and said this. I'm going to give you this quote, and it's very funny actually. Elon Musk says Jeff Bezos retired to pursue a full-time job filing lawsuits against SpaceX. This after Amazon protested the Starlink expansion.
Yeah.
He just knows how to jab him. He just knows how to make him... He's that guy.
What's Bezos' deal, I want everybody's cookie, I'm going to put my hand in your cookie jar and his cookie jar and that guy's cookie jar because I squander my cookie jar.
He's just mad at those government contracts that Bezos seems to always get. He says he can do something, he shows he can do it, and then the government gives him $400 million to make it happen, or $700 million, or whatever, to make it happen.
Yeah.
Well, shit. You give me a bunch of money, I might be able to hire some people to do shit for you. Give me the money.
I got a little bit of advice from a millionaire, probably in my early 20s. And he always said, "Stay inside your expertise." If you sell books, sell books good. Do a good job selling books. Bezos, save the space stuff for the space people.
Yeah, but I mean, these guys are jockeying for position. It's all about being first, and it's all about getting the government money. I mean, and that's what these guys are pushing and fighting each other for. And, Bezos is the guy who didn't study for the test. He's sitting next to Musk, who didn't study for the test either. But Musk is naturally smart, and Musk is going to ace the test. So Bezos is like, what'd you get for number 5? Hey, lean back a little. Let me see that. No. And then Musk is called covering his paper.
Here's what you do. You get an ID to someone who knows what they're doing. Get your ID, Bezos. Give it over to someone who knows what they're doing in outer space. Hell, why don't you give it to Musk? He seems like he's doing all right.
Yeah. Just partner with him.
You get an ID for your buddy who's a lot smarter than you, and let him go in and take your SATs.
Yeah.
Let him go in and freaking take over the space world.
Well, if you look, there's a lot of smart business people who have done that, because years ago, Disney controlled everything. They controlled all the food and beverage. They controlled everything on their properties. Then they realized that, shit, this is hard work, and we're not the hotel people. We don't know how to run a hotel the best. We don't know how to be a restaurant the best. But we can hire these people. These people will pay top dollar to be here. They'll pay us from $1.
Yep.
And we won't have to mess with it, and we'll just collect. So, yeah, that's what they do. That's what everything's contracted, and that's the smart thing to do. I'm sure that's what Bezos and Musk do to an extent. I'm sure they have contractors. Because how can Musk have his toe in so many ponds? How can he be building electric systems, doing the electric car, going into space? I mean, all these things. Jesus. Yeah. Thomas Edison here.
He's a freaking smart dude, Where Bezos just, was selling books, and he decided to expand on it.
Why not?
Books that you can't return, fucker.
Hey, I'm getting the text here. I think our guy's about to show up here. Let me read this here. Let me make sure. Yeah, he's within a mile. I'm going to go ahead and get his music cued for Mikestradamus to show up. His boss usually doesn't like his boss. Sounding like I'm talking about the president and his boss.
Handler.
Let me get his card up, because he likes to have his music come up when he's makes sense, and I don't blame him. All right, let me get the door. He's pulling up right now. I'll be right back. Greetings, young Michael. How are you?
Your Excellency, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest from the East tonight. The famous safari guide, the all-knowing, all-seeing, omniscient, and former clerk from movies in Red Bank, New Jersey. I present to you, Mikestradamus.
Yes. Good to be here. Welcome all.
Welcome, Mikestradamus. We've been waiting to hear your infinite wisdom. I have your envelopes right here.
Thank you.
They have been hermetically sealed and locked in a mayonnaise jar and left at Legoland since 12 o'clock noon today. No one knows the contents of these envelopes but you, in your borderline and divine wisdom, without ever seeing the answers to these questions. You, and you alone, know the answers to these questions inside these envelopes. I present to you your first envelope.
Here we go. Through the magic of cyberism here.
Cyberism.
I'm going to give the answer to the question without opening the envelope. Then I'm going to open the envelope and reveal the question. The first question is to get to the other slide. To get to the other slide.
To get to the other slide.
Get to the other slide. That is correct.
The other slide.
Why did the toddler cross the playground? Wow, that's a good one.
To get to the other slide.
Yeah, well, may your chicken cross-dress into a rooster. How about that? You have question number 2 ready.
I do have your second question right here.
Nice. And through the magic of reaching through the computer, I will grab that envelope. Here we go. The next answer is a flamethrower. A flamethrower.
A flamethrower.
Answer is a flamethrower. Let me open this up.
Flamethrower.
What do you call a bouncer at a gay bar?
All right.
Next time you go to a happy bar, may you order a Cosmotini.
A Cosmotini. Sir, I have right here your last envelope.
My final envelope. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The final answer is a D cup. A D cup.
A D cup.
A D
A D
cup.
cup.
Open the envelope. Name something that runneth over.
A D cup.
Yes, yes, Mike. And may your next vacation be to the Grand Tetons. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, we got to write a better ending to these things.
Yeah.
Good day, young Michael. Good day. You know he's gonna be here. You shouldn't wear outfits like that. I know. Well, I didn't mean it like that. It's not the outfit. It's go take your break when he's coming in here. I tell you, you see me going to the door. Ah, the guy messes up my camera. The guy messes up my seat. He's attacking Karen, the friggin' the girl
Intern?
at the thing. Yeah, the intern. What's going on here? Woo! Woo! The camera's... I don't feel fuzzy. There we
Is that
go.
an envelope with a see-through window in the front?
Yes. Yes. But I don't see the question. It's just these were affordable. Anyway. We talked about it before. I teased it before. This woman jumped off the Disney attraction, The Land.
At Epcot?
Now this isn't... Okay, I first was drawn to this because The Land has been unexpectedly closed at Disney, that's at Epcot, and that's the place in Florida, not the one in California. Disney World attraction remains unexpectedly closed after 6 days. Now, it has nothing to do with the story I teased before, and I'll get to that part of the story here in a minute. But they say typically when a Disney attraction experiences a temporary closure, it's usually up in a few minutes, maybe a few hours. You know, Disney doesn't let stuff shut down unless they're redoing something, knocking it down, whatever. So,
Well, can I guess on why it was closed for 6 days?
I don't know. Nobody knows, so I won't have the answer.
Okay.
But yes, you can guess. You could tell us.
Let's see. It was harvest season.
Ah, nice.
There we go.
Nice.
See? Look at that. Thinking with the old
But
noodle
see,
there.
I think
Landing
about
all those crops and stuff.
Yeah.
It's harvest season.
I
over
think
at the
about stuff like this, and like when you were in the queue or in the line, like for Space Mountain, they used to like show futuristic stuff of people talking on little communication devices and talking to each other on a TV screen and stuff. And I was like, ooh, the future. Same thing with The Land. They were like, one day we'll have hydroponics. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's called weed. That's how they grow it. I mean, We know all this stuff. This isn't futuristic anymore.
The only thing that's hydroponic in a produce department is like little heads of bib lettuce. They come in a plastic shell, and the real long English cucumbers. The only thing that's hydroponic in an entire freaking produce department for 30 years now. So, yeah, big help, Epcot.
I'm just curious as to why this thing's been down. I used to like going there for, when you went to Epcot, you'd go there and get a sandwich or something. That place was kind of open. You kind of had choices. You had little different variations there. I mean, it's been a while since I've been there, but...
Yeah. I think a lot of those little food stands are gone, and they just have the restaurant now, which I've only been to once in freaking all the time I've been there.
Yeah, well... Disney usually doesn't let stuff fester, doesn't usually let stuff shut down. But this happened back in May or June when a lady had gotten off the ride. They have that little boat ride thing, takes you through the hydroponic area and all that stuff. She jumped out. Yeah, she jumped out, grabbed a cucumber off a plant and tried to jump back in, fell in the water. Disney officials all around. And, of course, they don't like that stuff at Disney. They don't like it when you get out of the ride.
Right.
They want you to keep your arms and legs in the ride at all times.
Yes. Mantenga and de los Puertos, Delihado, whatever they say.
When the car stops, please step out to the right. Step out to the right, please. Go ahead, sorry.
No, nothing. Now, did they close it after? Maybe they closed it after, and
They say it's unrelated to the cucumber incident. So
okay, so the place has been open since October 1st, 1982, and they've probably had no incidents or maybe minimal incidents of people jumping out and grabbing cucumbers over the decades, and maybe it was the last straw, and they have to come up with something in order to prevent people from getting out. Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
Well, maybe she couldn't afford the $69 for the Bezos miniature rocket. So,
right, exactly. Yeah,
she should get her own rocket.
And then she goes over to first aid and gets some triple antibiotic ointment, which is petroleum jelly based.
Oh shit! So I was going to ask, what are you doing now with this cucumber? Do you carry it around with you in your purse the rest of the day? Are you walking through the park eating it, and everybody's, oh, it's like seeing somebody with a turkey leg. Oh, where'd you get that?
Right? Yeah, exactly. You take photographs with it. I'm over here at the Universe of Energy with my cucumber.
Nice. Is there a Disney character that's a cat?
There are, yeah.
Just go to get your picture with that character and put the cucumber down on the floor.
Figaro from Pinocchio.
Yeah, all right.
There's one.
Yeah, I don't know all that stuff. I used to know that stuff. You're getting back into that stuff, right? With the Disney movies and everything?
They're not interested.
Really?
The boys aren't really interested in that much. They hold their attention for a little bit, like the Lion King does. But like I'm trying to get them to watch a Little Mermaid and Tarzan and stuff, and they're like, we want Paw Patrol, we want Monster
Oh
Machine.
no, you can't watch Paw Patrol. That's racist.
Well, yeah, the cancel culture.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't have that.
Yes.
God forbid, considering their older brother is going to be a cop.
So Universal, not to be outdone by Disney, they're not in the news for closing a ride. They're in the news for a faulty tweet. They put out a tweet going, you can skip the salad, and LA4 is a theme park 9. So a lot of people took offense to this, saying it shouldn't be about your looks and all this. Lighten up, people. Really? That's the difference there between Universal and Disney, I think. That right there. I don't think it's offensive. I think it pushes the envelope. It does things Disney doesn't have the balls to do.
Exactly, yeah. And it's not someone who got offended. It's someone who decided that you should be offended by it.
Right.
This should offend you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't offend me. Go fuck yourself.
Well, not long after it was posted, Skip the Salad and LA4 is a theme park 9. It was deleted. But, it's the internet, so nothing's gone forever. Somebody's got it, screenshots or whatever, they got it.
Right. Well, there's a screenshot right there.
Many Twitter users immediately took issue with the tweet and called it fatphobic.
Fat phobic. Does this cucumber make me look fat?
Yes. If I hold Bezos' penis near me, do I look fatter, or how does that work?
Yeah. The cucumber doesn't make you look fat. Your fat makes you look fat. Sorry, folks. Yeah.
Does this
Believe
dress
I get
make
on
me
a
look
scale,
fat? Yeah, you never
I
answer
get on a
that.
scale too, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. When you first met me, I was 183 pounds, and I'm now like 153 pounds. So that's what, 70 pounds? I've gained 70 pounds since I fucking met you.
Wow, dude.
Jinx.
I was up there near that high, but then I came back down again. I was 254, my biggest, and I'm 215. And I've been staying at about 215. I'm trying.
You're 215 now?
Yeah.
What are you, like 4'3"?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's dude, I gained 25 pounds just sitting on my ass the past year.
Well,
You know, just the fact of getting out of the fucking house and
Sure.
going to work and walking to the front door of my office, and back. God.
well, speaking of something that'll make you fat, I guess Wendy's fries would make you fat. They're getting ready to change their fries next month.
Yeah, their fries are mediocre at best.
Wendy's this is according to bestlifeonline.com. Wendy's is getting ready to change its fries. The fast food chain says it's changing the recipe to create a fry that contains more heat and keeps its crispiness longer than it did before. According to the company, the changes come as more and more people are shifting to order via drive-thrus and delivery service because of the pandemic. Yada yada. The fries will look the same but taste different. So what? You're gonna get a different salt to put on them? I mean, what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, like what Burger King did. Burger King's fries used to not stay warm at all. Like they would instantaneously get cold. And where McDonald's would they stay crispier, they stay hotter longer. And Burger King just put a tempura coating on them, which made them not gluten free anymore. And it worked, but Burger King sucks, and no one goes there, so who cares?
Well, they haven't made a change to their fries at Wendy's in over 10 years. That's when the chain introduced the natural cut French fries. I don't know. I hate going to fast food places anymore. I try not to go, but if I end up having to go because that's available and that's what the situation calls for, that's fine, so be it. But
right.
I prefer McDonald's fries. I do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
oh, yeah.
It's like crack.
And
not that I prefer crack. I'm just saying they get you addicted,
You prefer Coke over crack.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to an In-N-Out burger?
No, I'd like to do that. I've been to California, but I've never been to In-N-Out.
Yeah. First one I went to was in Vegas, and then they opened one up in San Antonio. This is before, after you were there for my wedding. And burgers are decent. But their French fries are horrendous. They're skinnier, shoestring French fries, and they taste like cardboard. If you were to take cardboard and start chewing on it, that's what these freaking French fries taste like. They're horrible. But the burger's decent. Everybody loves the burgers. Everybody loves the freaking the marketing that In-N-Out does. French fries are horrible.
Well, I'm putting up a picture of some Asian women here coming from work, and there's a big deal because a Chinese tech worker who died from being overworked. Now, I'm going to kind of call bullshit on this a little bit because I've worked more hours than this for 35 years. And, it is what it is. And they're calling it the 996 work culture. And what that means is...
996?
996. That means 9 in the morning till 9 in the evening, 6 days a week.
Right.
That's working half days. 12 hours. It's nothing.
12? Yeah, I've done it. Dude.
How many people are doing that now with multiple jobs and have to do that to keep up,
Yeah. Did it mention his age?
It was a woman, and she ended up dying at work of a heart attack. And they're saying that not only is this the culture, but they don't get paid for this. They're saying that the unnamed employer was forced to pay the worker's family 400,000 yen, whatever, it's YUAN, which is only about $61,700. This is according to a paper published by the Chinese state ministries. So they control the business, they control everything, they control the situation with the family, and then they control the message as it's delivered to the people as to what really happened. Oh, it was something simple. Yes, no, it's only half day.
No, dude, easily worked. Dude, I worked like 2.5 years with like 1 day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and back when I delivered the New York Times, I worked my full-time job 6 days a week. I worked this job 7 days a week, and I think it was it was a year and a half, and I worked every day, every morning, getting up at 4 o'clock. Gotta deliver the New York Times, and that was interesting.
Well, for 35 years, I worked no less than 65 hours a week and up to and over 100 plus hours a week for 35 years. I mean, that's what I did. That's what I do. And then later on, I was like, fuck this. This is bullshit.
Right.
I learned I didn't have to do that necessarily because, you can't kill yourself, especially when you have a family. You can't do all that. You can't work like that anymore.
Exactly.
Speaking of family, 2 Orlando women are among 8 that were indicted for what they're calling a grandparent scam.
Okay.
What they do...
Orlando, Florida?
Yeah. What they do is they call people, and I guess they get some backstory or what have you from Facebook or wherever, and they search around. This is according to OrlandoSentinel.com, which I'm surprised I can read it even because they usually block me and want me to subscribe unless I can't see the story unless I subscribe. But
right.
Apparently
Well,
they
read it quick
that.
before the pop-up comes up.
Yeah. 2 Orlando women were among 8 people indicted in a federal case that said the accused targeted elderly victims around the nation by telling them their grandchildren were in dire need of help. The indictment says that the 8 were part of a criminal investigation that was engaged in extortion, fraud, and money laundering and managed to swindle more than $2 million from several victims by feeding them phony stories that their grandchildren were in terrible trouble and needed money fast. This was according to a press release by the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of California. Can you imagine, dude? I mean...
And that particular... MO/scenario has been around for a while. Hey, your grandson's in jail. You have to bail him out. Please send money here. Blah, blah, blah. Western Union. So,
nowadays, it's so easy to get money over your phone or something. They can actually instruct somebody how to do it over the phone and just tap them out, I guess.
Yeah, Venmo and all those cash apps out there.
I just couldn't imagine. These defendants, one was... 29 years old and one was 34 years old, both in Orlando. 2 more Florida residents were indicted, another 29-year-old from Pembroke Pines and a 45-year-old from Hollywood. I'm not telling you the names, but I'll tell you the names and you can guess.
Tell me the names. That's what I'm waiting for because I'm ready to say it.
All right. The defendants, the first 2, were Tracy Adrian Knowles, 29 of Orlando, and Tracy Glinton, 34 of Orlando. And by the way, Knowles is currently listed as a fugitive, while Glinton was arrested August 17th in Orlando and has been released on bond. Also, the other indicted people I talked about, the Florida residents, Adonis Alexis Butler Wong, 29 of Pembroke Pines, and Joaquin Lopez, 45 of Hollywood. Wong is listed as a fugitive while Lopez was arrested in Hollywood, according to the release.
Wow.
The 3 others are California residents, all arrested and denied bond. Timothy Ingram, a.k.a. Bleezy, 29 of North Hollywood. Anja Gifford, 23 of North Hollywood. And Jack Oyuar, 24 of Paramount.
Unreal.
Oh, and
Unreal.
Also arrested in the country of Albania on a provisional arrest warrant is Lydia Harris, 73, of Levine, Arizona. The U.S. is seeking extradition of Harris through the Department of Justice. Wow, can you imagine having stolen that much money that you need to flee the country because the federal government is after you? Jesus.
Must be nice. If you have a bag full of that money, it's probably not that bad. But if I'm sure they seized any kind of account that they can connect to it real quick.
But I mean, that's just hard. I mean, what brings you to the point? Well, you know what? I've been in the car business, so I know that legally there's ways, and I've seen people do unscrupulous things. Not anywhere I work directly, not anybody I worked with directly. Well, some people I used to work with. Anyway, long story short, there's legal ways to steal people's money that way. So I'm not surprised. It's just, what brings you to the point where you have to call somebody on the phone, tell them their kid's in trouble, and you need to... I mean, how do you cross that moral bridge, that ethical thing? How do you get there?
They feel like they've been mistreated or wronged in some way, and this is their restitution.
Playing the victim card.
Yes, exactly. And there's a good portion of our country that still pulls that one.
Victimization pays, huh?
Yep, I've been oppressed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go off somewhere else here, and we're going to piss some people off, so I won't go there right now. Or we could just say screw it and go there anyway. Oh, look, we're almost out of time. We have 3 minutes left. Darn.
Right. Maybe next time.
This is they had a the DOJ said the scam involved the multiple actors playing the required roles using a well-rehearsed script, including instructions for the victims to lie to family and friends about the reason behind withdrawing large sums of money. The grandparents were so fearful and desperate to help, they handed over tens of thousands of dollars in tremendous acts of selflessness. Once the victim was on board, other members of the criminal enterprise were dispatched to the doorsteps to collect the money.
Holy crap.
So then they show up at your house for the envelope and cash. That's balls.
Holy crap. That is, yeah. Usually they don't make a connection like that.
Yeah, send me a gift card or
right.
In one incident, one defendant was able to collect $33,000 from 3 different victims in one day.
Wow. Yeah. I would have taken the money and not even handed it over to wherever it's supposed to go. What are they going to do? Go to the police? But that's amazing that they would. That's brazen, dude. That's amazing that they would do that.
Dude, we just finished our 50th show. It's freaking incredible. Freaking incredible. A couple quick shout outs here. Of course, hit up my man Gino Losi if you want to go fishing. He'll put you on the big fish anywhere in Florida. Go check out the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. Dustin Levine does a great job. For all your printing needs, go see my man Night Fan Stan at Jet Set Printing in Orlando. And I don't know, you got anybody to shout out to, Mike?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Tomorrow.
Hi, Mom.
Yep. Mom's birthday's tomorrow. She's going to be 70.
Wow, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my wife's stepdad passed away last night or the night before. So yeah, it's been a little rough here this past couple days. It's going to be a hell of a week coming up. So till next time.
Thanks for driving us off the cliff at the end.
Yeah.
Mike.
Woohoo.
All right, we'll see you. Hey, if you're on twitch.tv/both mics, stick around. We're going to have another one of these right away. And if not, hey, wherever you're seeing us, just jump right now to episode 51. We won't tell anybody, honest. Okay, we got to go. We'll see you on the next one.
Ciao.